If I make this, I'm a better shooter than Iggy Azalea. Damn, I suck, but I don't care. This came out today. Censor Man on Twitter. I'm not sure who he is, like how he's associated with the Tates, but he posts a lot of stuff that many people haven't seen. So Adina Anglescu, butchered it. Sorry, she's an investigative journalist, okay, in Romania, and I think this is like a Romanian like news channel or something. And she's talking about the whole Andrew Tate case, and she says something that I don't think I've heard of, and I don't think many people have heard of, and it's translated. It's not very good, but I'll do my best to like just basically make it easier to understand. But there's subtitles and it's translated.
Journalist. It doesn't look good for the prosecutor's file when the two victims in the file for a week are yelling, "Sir, take me out of the file. Take me out of the file. I don't want to leave their house. I'm not a victim. Nobody forced me to do anything." I saw what Miss Jasmina said.
Okay, if you guys remember, Jasmina is that woman that just came out again. She said it. She's made another video before. She's the one that said, "Hey, they're counting me as a victim, and I'm not a victim. I keep asking them, take me off the victim list. Why am I a victim?" And they're ignoring me. That's Jasmina.
I told the prosecutors I'm not a victim, even though the prosecutors say I am a victim. I'm going to ask you to tell us about this very interesting part that the prosecutors gave us from sources. We have been asking for a month. Sir, where are the crimes that could end up in confiscation of assets and their wealth? And now suddenly they are adding this money laundering thing. The extension of the criminal prosecution in REM on the act. Right. But you also have to find the dirty money somewhere, because that's money laundering. Okay, so I would like to point out from the beginning that I know what was written in the conclusion on the 10th of January, that is, in the case of the citizen from the United States,
which I believe was rather used as an arrow.
That's your opinion. It is my opinion. Why do I say that? So, the woman from the United States, let's take it one step.
Remember, the woman from the United States is the one that called the embassy and the authorities, said, "Hey, I'm being held hostage," or whatever. And that's when they raided him the first time, last April.
At a time like this, and very quickly. She was in Romania for 6 days, from 5th to 11th of April. It is clear from the documents and the data in the file. Before coming to Romania, she had met Tristan Tate in America and stayed with him for a week. Tried to get to know him really hard. She paid a lot of money to get into an event. She was supposedly invited because she was already living with Tristan Tate. This is new data. Then she came to Romania. Afterwards, she called her mother and her ex-boyfriend to tell them that, no, the country is beautiful. So now I'm quoting, "The country is beautiful, but she doesn't like the Tate brothers' behavior, that she was expecting something different and was going to leave and so on." What is certain is that the mother and her ex-boyfriend spoke to the authorities with the embassy, but when they asked her back in April, she said there was no problem, so that's why they let them go. After that, she made friends, and this is also clear from the document that I read from the reasoning report of the Court of Appeal. It is clear that she made friends with the woman from the Republic of Moldova.
What? Okay, so here's the thing, okay? In the beginning, she's talking about that Jasmina girl, the one that says, "I'm not a victim, I'm not a victim, I'm not a victim." But this second part is interesting. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, Andrew Tate said this story, okay? Andrew Tate said, now this is according to Andrew Tate. I'm not saying he's right, he's wrong, he's lying, he's not. I'm just saying what he said. Andrew Tate said, during the first raid, there was this one girl from United States. She called the embassy. No, she called her ex-boyfriend, and the ex-boyfriend called the embassy, and authorities said they're keeping her hostage, this, that, and the authorities raided Andrew Tate last April. But I also remember Andrew Tate saying that we weren't giving him attention, we weren't giving her attention, so that's why she got salty, according to him. I'm pretty sure he said that, and that's what they're basically saying. But I didn't know the reason they didn't pursue the raid. The reason they dropped the charges last April was because she said there was no problems at all. Like that part, I don't know where they're quoting this from, but they're saying they're quoting it from documents. So apparently the United States girl called her ex-boyfriend and mother, and the mother called the ex-boyfriend, and the mother called the authorities and the embassy, and they raided his house. But why? She said, "Oh, this place is beautiful, but I'm not having fun with them." I don't know. This is confusing, but basically, according to what these people just said, or what that Adina girl just said, they raided her. They raided the Tate's house, and then the charges were dropped because the American girl said there was no problems at all. And then at the end, I don't know if you heard, she said, "Oh, she got friends. She met this girl from Moldova." And I believe the girl from Moldova is one of the other alleged victims. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know, man. This is according to them, and I'm just showing you what's out there. But if that's true, if the reason they dropped the charges from last April is because the American girl said, "Oh, there's no problems, there's nothing." This is crazy, man. If you guys know something, let me know in the comments, because, like, I don't know, man. This whole time, I thought the American girl was the one that called and said, I mean, according to them, she did call the mother, but they never said anything about being held hostage. They're not letting them leave. So why did the mother and the ex-boyfriend call the authorities? That's what I'm confused about. And then when they raided him, the American girl said, no, there's no problems at all. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is confusing. But this is like, if this is true, if what they're saying is true, that's huge win for Tate. Now, I'm not saying what they're saying is true. They're saying they're quoting a document. So I don't think they'll be on media saying like false stuff. But I don't know. They're quoting a document. So let me know what you think of this in the comments, and it'll mean the world to me if you subscribe. Thank you so much.